What's going on, guys? Mike here, AX Garage. Welcome back to the channel. Some of you guys might remember this build. I call it a Type-S Terry package build. This is a 565 package that TJ put together. Very similar to what he got. But now the car's back in the shop. We got a couple of upgrades and also a repair on the fill system, which we're going to show you guys later. But before we get started, we do have a brand new set of custom Vossen wheels that we're going to show you. A little different from what we have here. Let's go over to the time machine. We're going to show you our brand new setup.
All right, guys, so let's check out the custom Vossen wheels that we ordered here. And there they are. So these are the S21-01. It's a custom forged wheel from Vossen. As you guys might already be noticing, this is a very, very similar design to the HF5, but this actually was available way before the HF5 was. The thing is that these are a custom forged wheel, so these are a little bit more pricier, and the reason that they came out with the HF5 is it's a little bit more affordable, like for an everyday driving type of thing. But this one is fully customizable. And so that's exactly what we did. Mike got together with Vossen, and they came up with this kind of this color scheme where it is like a little bit more of a brush gray color with like a smoked clear, so give it like more of a darker tone. Like the wheels that are on the car, this is a little bit too chrome and too shiny, so we wanted to scale it back and kind of dim it down a little bit. And these are also, since they're fully customizable, you don't need hub rings. The hubs are fully custom to the car. It does have the engravings right here on the back, engineered for Integra Type-S. There's a serial number on it, the date that they were made. So it's and then also your custom offset to however you want it. These are going to be a plus 35 to make it a little bit more aggressive. And then as well as these pockets here. They drill out these pockets for you to lighten up the wheel a little bit more. So this is actually a pretty light wheel for a 19. If you pick this one up, pick the HF5 up, it's a little bit of difference. So, you know, they are a little more pricey, but if you want to do a fully custom wheel, you can get with Vossen and they can set all this up for you and go through everything that you want, and they can create the wheel essentially from a brick of aluminum. Where he got the car up in the air, and these are the Vossens that he has now. It's the hybrid forged Vossen. We are going to be reusing the factory tires because these are a 19 by 9.5, as well as those wheels are 19 by 9.5. The only difference is this is a plus 40 offset, and that is a plus 35, so it's a little bit more aggressive. And if you really think about it, the stock wheel is a plus 60, so this was already aggressive. Now we're going even more aggressive, so it should be really, really flush to the wheel. I will point out that when we go back to put these tires on, I'll point that out and show you guys. But those wheels, compared to my HF5s, even though they are very similar in design, those have way more of a deep concave than the HF5s, and I'm kind of jealous of that. Man, look at these tires. They're like brand new. It definitely doesn't drive the way I do. We're just going to take the Autel sensor off right here. You just push it and pull it off. We'll just leave the silver stems in here because we're going to use black stems for the new wheels, and we'll just clip this onto the new stem.
All right, so TJ got both wheels side to side. We have the forged wheel S21-01, and then we have the HF3. Now take a look at the concave that TJ mentioned. Look how deep the concave is. Now over here, you just kind of see the side profile. It's like a mid-concave, but take a look at that one there. Now, as far as the weights go, is it any different between the two?
And it's close. It's close. I don't know. Why don't we weigh it and see?
All right, so we go ahead and put our HF3 on the scale. What do we have here? 23.8 pounds. And now we're gonna place our S21-01 wheels on the scale. Will it stay? It's rolling, huh? Come on, you can do it.
You got it.
All right. 22.2 pounds.
All right, so you saw it. So 1.6 pound difference, and that's times 4 on a stronger and lighter wheel. So here's the new stems from Altel. I'm pretty much just gonna put these black stems on, and then we'll pop on our existing Altel sensor, since everything's already programmed. We are just gonna pop that in, and there you go. Black locks, some lug nuts. Are these steel? Huh?
Oh, this is a new setup.
Yeah, that's new.
Oh, it must so much heavier.
Yeah, they're not the
Wow.
light ones anymore.
Yeah, nice.
I like that.
Just gonna open that up.
Oh, look at that. Oh.
Wow, that's fire. Look at that.
Oh,
Dude, that's gonna match so well with the caliper. Fortunate enough, we got TJ's car in the shop. And, well, let's take a look at his wheel. What finish is that? Satin black, right?
Satin black, yeah.
This is the HF5 satin black finish. Okay, so here, side profile. Okay, you guys see that there? And here is the S21-01. Full concave compared to half. TJ, are you ready for a switch up? 15 grams and 25 grams. Better take any weight. There you go, guys. How she looks. Oh yeah. So we temporarily put the wheels on the car. Tia did a great job mounting and high-speed bouncing the tires and the wheel package. Take a look at that right there, guys. So this car has the Eibach Pro Spring. So 1 inch drop in the front, 0.8 in the back. take a look at the fitment here. A lot more aggressive than the previous setup. Previous setup was a plus 40, this is a plus 35, so we're pushing 5 millimeter outward. Look how tight the fitment is. Again, it's not a huge drop. Take a look at the wheel color. Contrast with the black. Super, super nice. The reason I say it's temporarily put on the car because we do want to send the wheels out, get a ceramic coated. But in the meantime, we need to work on the engine bay.
Like Mike said, we are going to be working under the engine bay today. We're going to be doing a aftermarket service bulletin update from Full Race. So what happened is we bought these fuel pumps from my car and this car when they pretty much first dropped. When these were brand new, first released, we got some of the first few batches there. And what I guess apparently what they found is there could have had a potential leak in this hard line that they sent with the kit. So what they did was they came out with a service bulletin and they sent everybody a new updated line to remedy the situation in case it would have happened. So I already did it on my car. It wasn't too bad. And now we're going to do it on this customer's car. Even though he doesn't really drive the car much, but we finally got him in to do some other work. So we're going to go ahead, put this bulletin in and give everything up to date, and we'll get rid of the old part. So now we got the car up. We're going to go ahead and take the splash shield completely down because we kind of got to get up to the fuel pipe. And with this down, it's a little easier to get to everything. Or the... All right, now that we got the splash shield out, we're going to take our mid pipe out just to give us a little bit more room, try to get our hands up in there. All right, so we cracked the fuel pipe loose on the bottom. Now all we gotta do is we're gonna take the strut bar off, get the battery out, and give us a little bit of room to get this bracket out. And then once we get the bracket out, we should be able to loosen up our fuel pipe, which is here. And then we'll take that old one out and slide the new one in. And then I don't know if anybody remembers, but if you check the last video, he never had these carbon fiber covers here. And we had a spoon cover. Now he switched it up and ended up going with all carbon fiber look. So it's all carbon fiber coil cover, and now he's got the covers on the ECU and on the fuse box. So that's a new little change that I saw under here. Alright, so we're taking the upper part of the pipe off right here from the fuel pump.
Man, that thing is like super tight in that T.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I can hear it. All right, so we got stuck on the upper transmission. We're able to get it off. Once we remove our battery lower cover, and now here's the new pipe here. And this is the original one right next to it. Looks exactly identical. I guess they reinforce this portion here. I think that's where it's leaking, but it looks exactly the same. Oh yeah, see? You see that right there?
See the pitting?
Hold on, don't move, don't move. Let me try it right there. You guys see some of the pitting right there? There's the new pipe there. Yep. Oh. There we go. Now we just gotta figure out how we can get that back in. So able to pop in the new pipe. It was quite an adventure. What do you think about that, TJ?
I hate doing this.
Here you go, T. Got everything else put back on the very top here before we get to the bottom and put our front pipe back on. Let's go ahead and do a test and prime the system. Make sure there's no leaks.
All right, let's
You
go
good?
here. Yeah.
All right, so no leaks. Go ahead and throw in our front pipe. This is the RV6 front pipe and also the down pipe. Got the ceramic coating on it. Very nice finish. And while TJ button up the front pipe, let's take a quick look back here. We got the Apex exhaust system. We got the RV6 suspension components back here. Lower arm with the toe adjustment, the camber arm right over here. We got the sway bar, full catback exhaust system up to the front here. Got the PRL lower mount. You know, you got our front pipe there. We have the PRL intercooler. Yeah, got all the goodies here.
It's all back together. Let's start it up.
Let's see here.
And our last piece of the puzzle is going to be this Acuity shifter. The owner ended up test driving my car with this shifter and he really liked the feel of it. So we're going to go ahead and put this in his car for him. And let's go ahead and start taking this thing apart and get this thing installed. Now we're in here. We just got to get this center console out. And basically we're just going to pop all the trims off. Get the center console off. And then we'll be able to get to the shifter and we'll just unbolt it, unclip the cables and get it going. Used to be a black knob on here.
The what?
Is this magnetic or no?
I think so. Yeah. Vessel for the win again. slide right out.
There you go.
I think I have to ask you. It looks like you've done this once or twice.
Probably done it like 20 times already. Let's get the parts out of here. There's our box. We got an extra Cerakoted adjustment body in satin purple finish. I think this is the piece that it replaces one of the pieces on here, so you can have like a different color. And we have our keychain, our air freshener, and a couple cool stickers in here. Looks like some EG Civics. Okay, there we go. Here's the shifter. Here's the hardware. And here is the shift rod. Alright, there's the shifter there. So this is going to bolt on to the factory aluminum thing here. So that's going to bolt like that. Oh yeah, look at that. Right there. So you can have a purple shift body right here. All right, so we got the long screw out of the side here, and then now we got to take this part off right here and get the spring, and this whole arm will come off, and that will be able to release the bracket there. All right, so we'll take the spring and get that out of the way. Okay, there we go. Now, just kind of slide that. We'll just move that out there, and that. All right. Now we can swap this adjuster out. And 3. Okay. Alright, so let's slide this back in here, and then if you guys see, there's numbers, and then see how it says farther in is going to be a longer throw, farther down is going to be a shorter throw, and essentially you have 5 positions. 3 would be kind of in between short and long, so I think we might leave it right in the middle. Alright, so we'll put it back on 3. And I think I left this on 3 with my shifter as well, just because I wanted it a little short, but not too short and not too long. So left it right in the middle, and it feels pretty good. So now basically you're just going to slide this back in. We'll get that situated in there. And that piece will go in that. Now we can slide the spring back in place, right into its grooves. Right there, okay, spring's in the groove. And now, we can put this back on. And then, if you guys see here, gives you a torque spec of 2.5 foot-pounds. Right, it did have a little bit of thread lock, so we're gonna go put a little dab. Just have something back in there. And we'll go ahead and tighten this up. We also took this bolt out. The long one had, as you can see, had a little thread lock on it, so we'll put a little blue on there. And then this has a notch, if you can see. Take it back real quick. See that little notch?
Let me
there's a little notch on here. As you can see, it's got like kind of like half cut. On the inside, you'll see there's a kind of like a half cut shape. So you're just gonna line that sleeve right in there, and you'll see how it will, once you tighten it down, it will kind of lock itself in there. Yeah. All right, so as we show you guys, this bottom rod is for the throw adjustment. We kept it right in the middle at 3. And this is the gate adjustment. So this is going to be your side to side adjustment. There's 3 different adjustments and 2 in between. So you can kind of have like a half of adjustment up or down. And if you see right here, the farther down it is, the more narrow your side to side is going to be. The higher up, the wider it's going to be. So again, I kept mine in the middle. We're going to leave this one in the middle, and we'll leave the throw in the middle, and it'll be up to the customer if he wants to be any different than where it's at from how it comes from the factory. So we'll just leave it how it is. I left it how it is, and I like it just the way it is from the factory. But you can have different adjustability, and we'll leave that up to him to decide. So now with this, what we're going to do is we're going to install these washers and Allens, and we're just going to install this. So for the Integra, you can use A, B, or C. If you can see in there, you have A, B, and C. So essentially you can, you know, kind of put it this way, you can kind of put it that way, or you can just do it right in the middle. We're just going to do it right in the middle because with the Integra you can have it any adjustability that you want. I know if you guys, if you see the installation instructions, it will give you specific details on other models that they recommend it in the A position or in the C position. But for the Integra, we can put it in either one of the 3. So we're just going to leave it right in the B position pretty much. Now we got this in. Last is to put the rod in. As you guys can see, there's 5 different levels, but essentially you can kind of put this in the middle, closer to the number that you want to go. You can adjust it really any which way you want. It just kind of gives you numbers so you have an idea of where you want it to go. We're going to go ahead and set this at 4 because that's where I have mine in my car, and the customer likes how my car feels. So we're going to go ahead and leave that there. Let me take this, put that sleeve in there, and we'll tighten it from the other side. And again, there's torque specs for all of these bolts labeled on the actual shifter itself. So now we're just gonna slide this kind of in place here, and we'll get this thing bolted down. Okay. We locked in on the side there. Locked in. Okay. Okay, antenna's in. Okay, and then okay. Alright you guys, so we're just testing out the shifter here, making sure it's shifting good. So as you can see, I was going through the couple gears pretty rough there, and it slides right in, no problem. Just unfortunately we got a little too much power, so it just kind of spins and locks up here on the VSA. But you can shift this thing as fast as you want, and it goes right in, no problem. Alright, so shifter is in, all buttoned up. So just to give you guys a recap, we went ahead with the Vossen custom forged S21-01 wheels. It's got a custom black gloss tint to the wheels itself, and this is a deep concave, as you guys can see when we had matched them up with the other wheels. So much more of a concave. We went ahead, put the Acuity shifter in there, set it all up. It's shifting beautiful. And of course, as you guys can see here from before on the previous videos, he has the full Type-S Terry package. So now with the shifter in there, the Type-S Terry package is 100% complete, and this customer is ready to get down and dirty on the road there. That's going to go ahead and wrap that up for today. So we'll go ahead and like and subscribe to the video, and we'll see you guys on the next one.